And welcome into the next episode, the second episode of the Ohio State only Madden Fantasy Franchise Challenge, where we've built a team entirely of Ohio college players, primarily of Ohio State, and then some other players from like Toledo, Akron, Cincinnati, Bowling Green have helped fill out this roster. And as you can see, we're at the end of preseason, week 4 technically of preseason, where we have to cut a lot of players. Now, before we do that, we can go ahead and take a look at the stats. I went ahead and just simmed through the preseason because we really didn't need to watch it. The roster is pretty much, you already know who's going to be starting, really. There's no battles to be had, but we can see how these guys did. Logan Woodside, our starting quarterback, 51 overall, did okay. He had 437 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, completing 54% of his passes, which means there's definitely some inaccuracy happening. He was only sacked twice, which is pretty good. Now, our made-up, real-life, but also not technically real backup quarterback, JT Barrett, because he's not in Madden anymore. We had to create him so we could have a backup quarterback. He threw 314 yards, 1 touchdown, 56% completion, was sacked 10 times, so not very good there. In the running department, Zeke Elliott does what he does, averaging 5 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns. That's good. Mike Boone actually ran pretty decently, 4.3 yards a carry, a little under 100 yards on 22 attempts. Not bad. Didn't have a touchdown, but didn't have any fumbles. One player that is interesting to see here, Reggie Gilliam, our fullback. He did have 2 touchdowns on 2 carries for 3 yards, so pretty interesting there. It doesn't look like our quarterback scrambled very much, and our other running backs didn't really get involved very much either. So really, it was pretty much just the top 2 guys for us. In the receiving department, Chris Olave, I think is how I heard it pronounced. He actually did pretty good. 7 catches, 140 yards, 1 touchdown. Our other rookie in Garrett Wilson had 9 catches, 133 yards, no touchdown. So for our top 2, not too bad. Curtis Samuels, technically our number 1 overall, didn't play a whole lot. He's down here. He didn't play in the last game either. And we do have some injuries to talk about. Noah Brown, one of our younger guys, 8 catches, 120, and a touchdown. Not too bad. Our rookie tight end gets 8 catches, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's what we need to see. And then from there on, a little bit spread out between some of the younger guys. Zeke Elliott did have some receptions as well. Mike Boone also had some. So not too bad from some of our younger guys. As for the blocking, Tommy Doyle, one of our backups, gave up 4 sacks. Luckily, he's not starting. Isaiah Prince gave up 2. He's not starting. Corey Lindsley gave up 1, and he is a starter. Taylor Decker gave up 1, is a starter. Pat Elfline is a backup. He gave up 1. Jamarco Jones, backup, gave up 1. And Justin Murray, backup, gave up 1. But Andrew Norwell did not give up 1, nor did Nicholas Petit-Frere. I forgot to look up how to pronounce that. But he did not give up 1, and he is a starter for us. So that's good to see from a rookie lineman for us. As for defense, Pete Warner led us in tackles with 22. Tackles for loss was actually a 3-way tie. Sam Hubbard had 4, as well as Trayvon Hester and Jonathan Hankins. Hankins and Hubbard are starters, so that is good to see. Sacks led us again, Sam Hubbard. We only had 3, 2 for Hubbard and then 1 for Tyquan Lewis. We need to see some more sacks there. Interception-wise, Pete Warner with 2 and then 1 from Von Bell. That's nice. We need to see some turnovers forced by this team, and unfortunately just being the interceptions. No forced fumbles. Kicking-wise, 9 for 9 on extra points was Sloman. He was 2 for 3 on field goals. We'll see how well he does. We also have Brett Kern, who is a punter, and as a punter, averaged about 50 yards a punt, who could potentially kick for us. That's what we did in the California-only version of this with Jake Bailey, who was basically an MVP for us for about 3 years in a row. Returning during the offseason, we had Austin Mack and Johnny Dixon. They may or may not be making the final roster, but averaged pretty good, about 25 yards. And then on punt return, Austin Mack only had 1, so we really didn't seemingly force too many. As for our preseason games, we played all right. We had a close game against the Cardinals. We lost 24-21. We then went against the Giants and got beat very badly, 38-14. But we won our last game against the Rams quite handily, doubling the points, 42-21. So that tells me we have a better backup squad than most other teams. But our starting squad might be a little iffy, which obviously having a 51 overall quarterback would make sense. But the first thing we need to do today is get the roster down to the correct size. We need to move 20 guys around, whether they're going to be cut or moved to the practice squad. So first, I like to actually kind of go by position rather than the recommended, although some of those are definitely correct. As for the quarterbacks, we only have 2. They have to stay on the team, both from 27 overall. Or 27 overall, 27 years old. Not far off with the overall. As for the running backs, we have 5 running backs. We really don't need 5. And honestly, I would like some more speed in the running back group, but also want to go with the younger guys as well. So Mike Weber, we are going to go ahead and cut. I'm interested in seeing how Jared Dokes progresses. He reminds me of a great value version of Zeke Elliott, very much a great value version. Michael Warren the second, I think we will send to the practice squad. And we have 9 receivers. We really only need 6. So we are going to be moving some guys around. John Vay Johnson is not making the squad, and he does not have eligibility for the practice squad, so he will be cut. And in terms of our top 6, we have Curtis Samuel, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Chris Moore, Noah Brown, and Johnny Dixon. So, but honestly, Johnny Dixon being 27 and KJ Hill Jr. being 24, I think we need to give the edge to the younger guys. Even though Johnny Dixon is a lot faster, I would like to favor the younger guys who could develop. Johnny Dixon might end up regressing after 1 year. So we will stick with KJ Hill. He's the younger guy, so we will keep him on the roster. Just want to make sure that's 6. And yeah, he would be the 6th guy. So Austin Mack for now will head to the practice squad. At tight end, we have several options here, and what I think I'm going to do, sticking with that theme of wanting to progress the younger guys, I think we will end up cutting Nick Vanette. He's the slowest of the group, and hands aren't really that far off. If you compare the top 3 skills here from Nick Vanette and Luke Farrell, honestly, they're in favor of Farrell, as well as him being younger. Even though overall is a bit different, I think we need to go younger, so Vanette will be cut. Now, the offensive line in general, there are a lot of people, so I'll just kind of go through this fairly quickly. Want to make sure that we're cutting if we have any backups that are on the older side. Justin Murray being one, again, erring on the side of youth. Murray will most likely regress after the first year and be a lower overall than any of the people behind him, so he will be the first cut. I'm also thinking we'll do the same with Jamarco Jones. We'll run with Michael Jordan and Wyatt Davis, who would be 24 and 23, so Jamarco Jones is gone. And with those cuts, that leaves us with 12 offensive linemen. I don't think we need any more than 10. So I think it needs to go cutting the lowest overall. We have some 61 overall tackles, and these 2 tackles happen to be the lowest overall of the group, so we will send both Thayer Munford and James Hudson to the practice squad. As for rushing talent, we have a lot of guys here after moving to a 4-3, so I will keep the same idea as the offensive lineman for the defensive lineman. Therefore, Skipper being 27 years old, Tyreek Smith 22, got to go on the side of the youngster, and we will cut Skipper. At right end, we only have 3 available. We'll see if we have to cut anyone. It might end up being Jamal Davis, again, erring on the side of the youngsters. At DT, we have 7 guys. We only need a max 4, so that would cut us off after Broughton. Granted, I think we could move on from Trayvon Hester, as again, 29 years old, will regress after the first year, so that will be the first cut at DT. That will then cut us off at Copeland, being 25, Brooks at 24, and Garrett, I think Garrett we could go ahead and cut. 24 years old, 59 overall. He's not going to progress into much. I think Curtis Brooks we could send to the practice squad. And that does leave us with 4 DTs. At the linebacker position, I am going to release Rashad Berry. Same thing as the last guy, just 50, under 60 overall, and being 25. He's not going to progress, so he will be a cut. And the rest of our linebacker positions all have 2 guys at each spot, so we don't need to make any more cuts there. At corner, we have 7 guys. We only need 5. So I'm thinking we are going to end up cutting Kadar Holman, and then Samuel Womack will get moved to the practice squad. And that will get us down to our 5. Jeff Okudah is going to be starting in the slot. Eli Apple will back up on the outside, and Sheffield will back up in that slot role. Also, Apple might play a little bit there as well. At safety, we still need to move on from 3 guys. I think what we'll do is move Sean Wade to the practice squad, and that will leave us 2 guys. Most likely TJ Carey will either regress a lot or retire after the first year. At strong safety, we do not need 4 guys. Nate Ebner will be cut, 33 years old, not making the squad. Now we're left with 1 person left to be cut or moved to the practice squad. We will move to the practice squad, Tyson Anderson. And with all that done, we are ready for week 1, where we could actually take a look at what the draft class is going to look like, a huge part of building this team. And let's meet our recruiting class. Now, like I said, we can only draft players from schools from Ohio, which means we do not have access to the entire draft class. We only have a few amount of players, 14 to be precise. So let's go position by position. Luckily for us, we have some quarterback options. Unlucky for us, they're not very highly rated, at least projected. We have a day 3 and a potential undrafted guy here. Kevin Ramsey, 6'2", 224 out of Ohio State. I would assume possible scramble type. Out of Ohio, we have Chris LaRubio, who's 6'2", 214. Again, I would assume some sort of scrambler, maybe improviser type for either of these 2 guys, which means most likely we will need to end up with one of them, which would then mean JT Barrett is back coaching for the Lions again. At running back, we have 2 potential undrafted options, Ben Pierce out of Bowling Green State, and then Jose Love out of Akron. At receiver, we have a round 1 to 2, Rayshawn Holiday, Ohio State, 6'2", 220. Not too bad, it's good size. At tight end, we have Joel Caldwell, 6'5", 267 out of Ohio State. Not too bad. He is potential undrafted, though, so, you know. At left guard, we have Randall, I don't know why I said that so weird, Randall Brown out of Toledo, 6'3", 333, another projected undrafted. Center, projected undrafted center. How many times do I need to say center? Craig Richmond out of Ohio, 6'4", 303. At right tackle, we have 2 potential undrafteds, 1 out of Ohio, 1 out of Ohio State. Lindsey Watts, 6'5", 332, and Timmy Washington, 6'4", 305. At left end, some more potential undrafted talent out of Toledo. Frank Thomas, 6'6", 270. At DT, you guessed it, potential undrafted Jimmy Elliott out of Ohio, 6'6", 308. And at corner, another projected undrafted Tyrell McClain, Ohio State, 5'10", 193. But we do have, which we will most likely need and could very well be our first target of this series, Jonathan Sapp, Ohio State, 6'2", 195. At free safety, might be more of a strong safety. We don't know, but either way, we need a safety. And that is your entire draft class. So 2 guys in the rounds of 1 to 2, 1 being a receiver and then 1 being the safety. Past that, most of them are potential undrafted. We do have a day 3 possible quarterback, so we have some picks that'll be in the mid rounds that we could try to use to maybe pick up a different quarterback. Maybe we'll be able to get Ritter with some of those second round picks, 3rd round picks. We could try to package something together, see if that is an option, because I don't think Kevin Ramsey would be the answer. I don't think Woodside is going to be either, but that is the draft class as is. So I'll set up some scouts, but for the most part, doesn't quite really matter much with this series. We just go with what we have. So safety, receiver, quarterback, running back, lineman. That's about it. We are jumping in here to a little press conference before the first game. It's opening day this week and a fresh start for every team around the league, and you'll be facing the Steelers. What's the key to victory? We need our defense to shut teams down so our offense can try to keep up with our 51 overall quarterback. It all starts with defense. We plan on making their offense uncomfortable and keeping them off the scoreboard as much as possible. You mentioned making their offense uncomfortable. Where does it start? I think we have a really good secondary. At least that's the best part, I think, of our team. So disrupting the pass. We want to control the skies. Great pass defense leads to a lot of great things and makes it much harder for them to score and win the game. We need to beat the Steelers and allow less than 200 passing yards, and we'll receive a bit of a boost for doing that. And we have one last question from the media. With Lamar Jackson being able to make plays with both his arm and his legs, it must be tough to devise a game plan to stop him. What is the biggest factor in slowing him down? I think you have to negate the scrambling ability, make him one-dimensional. I think it all starts with containing him. He's not built like other quarterbacks. As a defense, you can do everything right and then watch as he creates something out of nothing. We've definitely seen him do that before. Beat the Steelers and hold Lamar Jackson to under 75 rushing yards. I believe we could do that. And our entire defense will have +5 play rec this week for that little boost there in confidence. And it looks like we actually had one of our backup linemen, Thayer Munford, was signed from our practice squad by the Panthers. So he was a left tackle, I believe like a 61 overall. So won't miss him too much. Hopefully the Panthers can use him. But in the meantime, I think that's about all we have to do. I've already hired and assigned scouts. I'll do the weekly strategy off the recording, and we'll jump into the first game here against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And welcome into the first game. We received the kickoff, which is great, and we'll see what this offense can do. Logan Woodside completes his first pass of the entire franchise. Gain of 10 yards. They actually mark it second and inches. Probably should have been a first down, but it's fine. Can we get that off the screen? There we go. Go with the handoff. Zeke Elliott down the middle, shoves off first guy, and ends up getting about a gain of 3. But it looked like he was running a little bit slow there. A lot of running back speeds in Madden 23 seem to have been lowered compared to what they were in Madden 22. We'll see him get another handoff down the middle. Solid marching, gain of 4. And obviously we have a pretty decent offensive line with the whole left-hand side being, I believe, an 80+ overall, with Decker being the lowest overall. Zeke to the outside, makes first guy miss, makes second guy miss, gets another first down. 3 carries for him. 14 yards. As we do come out with a single high safety up top. Maybe another one towards the bottom. Fullback in the backfield. We'll drop back Woodside. Going to dump this one off to one of our backup running backs, number 25. I believe that is Mike Boone. Indeed it is. Gain of 8. So far, offense moving pretty steady here. I like to see it. Shotgun set. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. Hard count from Woodside. We'll hand the ball off right down the middle. Slow rolling, but it's working. Gain of 4. Switching up a lot of different formations to start off with. Another single receiver set either way. Weak eye here. Maybe a gain of... No, not even a gain of 1. Good stop from the Steelers defense. Limiting the yardage there. First time that they've done that. 2 receivers up top. 1 to the bottom here under center. We'll go with a stretch to the top. We'll cut back in. Get about a gain of 4. Bringing up 3rd and 6. And of course, this is Chris Carter's first game coaching. A legend at Ohio State, a legend in the NFL. Will be a pass here on 3rd and 6. We got the completion cut up field. Goes number 5. That's one of our rookies, I believe, Wilson. And they come up with a 4th and inches. Let's try to jump in here and make sure they go for it. And if you aren't aware, wow, while most of this series is sim, we will jump in and play here and there. Mostly when it comes to situations like this, where it's 4th and inches, I want to go for it. Dokes comes in and he gets the job done. And that is exactly how we will pretty much play. We'll let the simming do most of the work, but when there's a coaching situation that needs to happen, that's when we will jump in. Or when we get to the playoffs, sometimes we'll go out there and help out. Nice run there from Zeke. We need to probably adjust the rotation at running back to make sure he's not just getting destroyed and by the end of the season has no stamina to play. So might make some adjustments to that as we go. As you can see, he's already huffing and puffing back there as we come out with a heavy set. 3 tight ends to the top, handed off down the middle. Zeke powering forward, just keeps going down to the 6. He'll bring up 2nd and 4 as we do spell him out this time. Looks like Mike Boone out there as we come out shotgun. 2 to the bottom in a tight formation. Woodside looking for an open receiver. Rush coming in. He'll throw to the outside and an interception. Intercepted by number 33, Coleman. I believe that was intended for Olave, but just not a good choice. The DB was sitting underneath. Got to go somewhere else, but that low awareness, we're going to see some of that. At least a silver lining. Our defense is getting the start at the 2, so possible safety situation if we could get a push. Not really. Pete Warner shoved off. And a solid run there. Josh Jacobs, the running back for the Steelers in this universe. Gain of 8. They also have Lamar Jackson at quarterback. And it looks like at least one really good offensive lineman. Lamar Jackson goes a pass here and will find number 88. Tackled by a host of Bengals, or a pack of Bengals. I don't know what a group of cats is. Either way, first down to Mo Alley Cox. Steelers coming out here in pistol. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. And they will hand it off. Down the middle goes Josh Jacobs. And there is one of our linebackers, Pete Warner, slows him down. And another guy comes in to help get the tackle. 72. That is Tagolia, something like that. I'm still learning the roster. First time with the team here. Get a tackle there from Bradley Roby as well as Hubbard. And that is the end of the first quarter. First quarter goes by pretty quick. Game tied 0-0. And to start the second, Steelers with the ball at the 36, 3rd and 1 as they spread wide here. Go the handoff down the middle, and Warner just not able to get there in time. First down rush by Josh Jacobs. And with that fresh set of downs, they'll come out spread. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Lamar Jackson looking for someone. Going to try to roll out. No. Oh, that one was almost picked off by Werner, but he does knock it away. 2nd and 10. Flipping that formation pretty much. They go with a screen pass, and no one was over there. And now they'll go empty set. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Lamar Jackson in the backfield. Obviously, he's their quarterback. We'll drop back, roll out. Hubbard forces him to cut back in, but he's going to have a perfectly thrown ball. Josh Jacobs gets the catch down to the 28. Well, down to the 28 by number 28 in this case. If you like those number redundancies, I don't know what the scientific word for that is, but there you go. Shotgun set again, Lamar Jackson. Haven't seen him scramble, and as I say that, he goes to scramble there, breaks one tackle, gets by Okuda, and finally brought down by Jerome Baker. Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2. 2 tight ends set. Quick pass. Gonna be caught. Nice hands there by the tight end. And that'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the 13. A little bit of yardage available to get the first down prior to the end zone. Lamar Jackson runs down the middle, slides down at the 7. And they're definitely staying wide a lot here with the Steelers playbook. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. They go the handoff down the middle. Josh Jacobs stuffed Okuda with a tackle for loss. Or close to the line of scrimmage. Not sure exactly how it'll go down, but nice tackle from Okuda in that slot spot. On 3rd and 4, they'll come out with 3, maybe 2 to 3 receivers at the bottom. Shotgun set. Gonna scramble. Gonna get close to the first down. Fumble. Who's gonna recover it? I believe that's the Bengals. Tyquan Lewis recovers the fumble. I think it's Tyquan. Again, still learning these names. But a forced fumble comes in. Not sure who forced it, but Lewis recovers it. That was Jerome Baker forced the fumble, and Woodside on the offense are going to come right back out. Basically, we give up a turnover at the goal line, then we get one right back. Let's just see how well this team can handle themselves this close to the end zone. We have a pretty good line. Utilize it with a good running back, get some yardage, nice spin move will get us to the 11 for 2nd and 3. As we go to a spread look, 2 receivers to either side, or twins to either side, depending on how you prefer to call it. Go with a fake handoff, play action pass, Woodside waiting. Gonna go for a check down and dropped by Olave. And with that drop, it'll bring up a 3rd and 3. Heavy set, 2 tight ends to the bottom, as well as a close receiver under center. We'll go with a bit of play action. Down the middle, nice catch. There goes Garrett Wilson. Down to the 39, or up to the 38, I should say. So one of our rookie receivers there making a good play and a nice pass as well from our 51 overall quarterback. Will be another pass here. Quick one. Across the middle goes to our rookie tight end in Ruckert? That's what it is. Double A gap look here for the Steelers defense as we're in a tight shotgun formation. Going to hand it off down the middle, and that's going to be a first down for Ezekiel Elliott. So far, 10 carries for him, 50 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. Easy math. Shotgun set here. Quick pass. Going to be the first completion to Olave. This time he holds on to it for a gain of 4. Running, seems a little bit of a hurry-up offense here as we get close to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the half. Go the handoff down the middle. Be about a gain of 1. Quick tackle there from 93. And there's the 2-minute warning. Post 2-minute warning now. 3rd and 5. Close-knit shotgun formation here. We have an open guy across the middle but didn't read it. Instead, we're going to get to the outside, completed to Curtis Samuel, but a flag down. And not what we needed. Holding on Taylor Decker will back us up. 3rd and 15, we will go again. Shotgun set, twins to the top. Maybe a lone receiver to the bottom. Need to be a quick pass. Indeed it is. Ruckert will get the catch. Brought down at the 47. And we'll just have to punt this one away. And so far, a lot of action. No points. We'll see if our defense can keep that true. Unless they want to score themselves. That would be accepted. Going to be a pass all the way downfield. Intercepted. Bradley Roby will get the ball right back. First interception of the series so far. We've had a forced fumble as well as an interception on our first 2 drives. A defense that forces turnovers is a defense that wins. As long as the offense can put some points on the board, we'll knock on some wood. Offense will head back out. Starting at the 38, a minute, 7 seconds left in the half. We have all 3 timeouts. Might need to jump in at some point depending on how the CPU handles itself. Woodside barely gonna miss Wilson there on the crossing pattern. And those kind of completions that we're not getting are going to be the difference, I feel, this year. With, obviously, like I've said several times, a 51 overall quarterback. We're going to struggle at times. We'll get a bit of a draw play, first timeout called. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 4. Under center we go, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. And it will be a drop back pass here. Waiting for someone to get open. We are going to find one of our tight ends. That is Farrell, I believe. Yeah, because we cut Vanette or something. So yeah, Farrell for the first down. And another timeout. Gets us down to the 38 with 50 seconds left. All receivers down at the bottom of the screen. We'll send Zeke out of the back of the, back to the, not end zone, back to the backfield. Stumbling around a little bit. Ruckert with the completion. Gain down to the 24. We're seemingly putting together a pretty good drive here. Don't want to jinx it, so I'll knock on my desk. Shotgun set once again. 3 to the bottom, 1 up top. Woodside going to find an open Ruckert who will get the first down to the 13, 24 seconds. And we waste about half of that and call a timeout. I'm going to see if I could jump in here, force us to run one more play. I just really would have hated to have us kick the field goal there when we could run one more play. Going to make up my own little design here and see what we can get. And going to have it open across the middle. Wilson, touchdown. First touchdown of the series goes from Woodside to our rookie receiver in Garrett Wilson. 6 points on the board, make it 7 with a made PAT with 7 seconds left on the clock before halftime. And with 5 seconds left, looks like the Steelers will come out to kneel this one into halftime. Great way for our offense to end that first half. Defense playing very well, forcing a turnover on the first drive with a fumble at the goal line pretty much, and then getting the interception on the first play of the second drive. Woodside, for being a 51 overall guy, he's putting together a heck of a game. As we take a quick look here at the stat sheet, 126 passing yards, 63 rushing yards, 2 takeaways. And to start the second half, we'll be kicking this ball off. Steelers receiving, and they will take the touchback. Our defense will come out starting at the 25. And with this being the first game, I think we'll watch all of this and then sim the next few games. So hopefully this game ends in our favor. Currently in favor for us right now, and almost intercepted by Jerome Baker. Also almost caught off the tip there, but falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lamar Jackson making some audibles. Gonna find someone. No, nice pass deflected by number 24, Von Bell. Or at least I thought it was good coverage. Ref says otherwise. That'll be a free first down for the Steelers up to the 44 as they go with the handoff. Josh Jacobs down the middle, has room to run. Von Bell comes in to slow him down, and a slew of Bengals will help him bring him down. And they cross midfield quite obviously, now down to the 40. See if they could put together a solid drive here. Lamar Jackson goes with a screen pass, another flag down as they get close to the first down on that play. And we are just shooting ourselves in the foot here. Jonathan Hankins with the roughing the passer penalty there. 1st and 10 down to the 16. Have a 2 tight end, 2 receiver set. Go the handoff down the middle. Josh Jacobs with a subtle move, but a nice move. Gets them the first down, 1st and goal down to the 5. And coming out still with a heavy formation here. 2 tight ends to the top, 2 receivers at the bottom. 1 lone running back. Will be a stretch to the top. Cut in. Can we get the stop? Nice tackle there. Bradley Roby gets him down. They mark him down actually at the 1. Must have had some pretty good forward progress there. Staying out in that same formation, we're out in goal line. They go back with that stretch right down the middle, though. Easy running room for Josh Jacobs as they will tie this game up with a field goal, 7-7. I said field goal, meant PAT. And Mr. Woodside, he had a solid first half. We need to see if he can continue that here in the second. We're going to start with empty set. Quick pass to the outside, Olave with the catch. Maybe a gain of about 2, 3. I'll take the 3. Now going under center. Looks like 1 receiver to the top, 2 to the bottom. Be a fake handoff, play action. We'll go to the outside. Nice pass once again. Right back to Olave. First down at midfield. Now bringing out the fullback. So it's a good thing that we drafted a fullback. Gilliam takes the field here. 2 receivers to the top. Maybe 1 to the bottom, if any. And Zeke will find some running room. Gain of 5. And the good thing about having Zeke with a decent offensive line as well is he could break one at any time. We know how well he's been in Madden's past. Hopefully he could be that good for us here as we will find him out of the backfield. Cuts up, gets the first down. Gain of 7 down to the 38. Now coming out in a tight shotgun formation here. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. Will be a quick drop back, 1 step, and that was not a good call. Thrown directly at the linebacker. Steelers get the INT, and they're going to get all the way down to the 32. That is Campbell with the INT. That's one of the problems we're going to have. Despite the good accuracy we've seen from Woodside, decision-making, not there. Now all the pressure put on the defense here to At least force a field goal attempt. Don't want to go down a touchdown. Josh Jacobs will run down the middle and keep pushing. Solid gain of about 6-7 yards. Kind of feel like these two teams are playing very similarly. Obviously, they have the much better quarterback. 2nd and 3, I formation. Stretch to the top, and we're there to get the stop. 3rd and 1. Bradley Roby doing very well in the run game as well as covering. 3rd and 1, tight shotgun set. And they will go with a quick pass completed to their tight end, number 81, down to the 12, gain of 10. Staying spread here, 3 to the top, or trips to the top. Lamar Jackson makes a slight audible, then handoff down the middle. We'll get forward for a gain of 2. And you know, it's modern day football, so why not? Stay spread here at the 10. 2 or 3 receivers to the bottom. I think 2. 1 up top, go with another handoff down the middle. Jerome Baker will get the tackle. He takes a good hit, but we'll bring him down for a 3rd and 4 at the 6-yard line. 3 receivers to the bottom. Looks like, or maybe 2 to the bottom. Yeah, 2 to the bottom, 2 receivers to the top. Or switch that. Touchdown either way. Yeah, that was just a bad me calling and a bad play for our defense. Mo Alley Cox gets the touchdown. Steelers take the lead 14-7 with a made PAT. And, well, Woodside, you started the game off with an interception. You then finished the first half with a little assistance with a touchdown. We're going to need a touchdown here to tie the game. Gain of nothing on that first down run for, I believe, like only the 2nd time this game. Grandin running the ball right at Calais Campbell. Not always a great idea. Empty set here for us. 2 up top, 3 to the bottom. Woodside takes a snap, looking for someone to get open. Has a guy up top. He's holding onto the ball and fumbles the ball. Steelers recover at the 14. Game started off really good for us, and it's starting to feel like we're hitting a snowball effect. Once again, defense put in a poor situation. Starting at the 14. Lamar Jackson will take, he does hand it off. Just hands it off. Josh Jacobs down the middle, gain of 2. They'll come out 2nd and 8. Shotgun set, 1 tight end to the top. Receivers all down at the bottom. They'll go up top, setting up the screen pass. Was almost a really good job there by Bradley Roby. Does not get the tackle, but quick pursuit by the rest of the team will wrap him up as we head into the 4th quarter, currently down 14-7. And the Bengals are going to need some help here for sure. Starting the 4th quarter, 3rd and 7 at the 11. Lamar Jackson takes the snap. Looking for someone, going to have another open receiver. Number 80 not going to get the first down. We'll bring up 4th and 1, field goal unit coming out. And that was Jarvis Landry. And field goal unit does not come out. They're going to go for it. They want to put this game away. Hard count. Not really quick snap. Hard count snap and touchdown. Hopkins in the end zone, giving them a 2-touchdown lead. And now our offense needs to put together a fantastic 4th quarter. 2 touchdowns to tie the game. Our last 2 possessions have ended in turnovers. We'll get a completion to Olave on this one. Gain of 5 and out of bounds. Does not stop the clock, though. Empty set here for us. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Gonna need to snap this, fellas. There we go. Woodside gonna throw to the top. Completion to, that is Ruckert for the first down, up to the 41. Running a bit more hurry, fast-paced offense. That's about what I expect us to do for the remainder of this game. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. Maybe going to set up, yeah, it's kind of a screen pass. It's not a very good one. We'll get out of bounds with Zeke, gain of 6. Now under 6 minutes left. 2nd and 4. We have Gilliam out there at fullback. And we'll go with another run down the middle. Zeke just got destroyed. Number 54. Is that Bobby Wags? I have no idea, but it sure looked like him. 3rd and 3. Take a handoff down the middle we go. Zeke with the first down and again gets walloped. Number 34. At least we get the first down. Strip ball aggressive coming in here for the Steelers. They're up 2 scores. Quick pass across the middle. Not caught. Dropped by somebody. And if you take away the interception and the interceptions and the fumble, Woodside has actually had a pretty solid game. Just those 3 plays, not very good. We're going to find an open receiver here. Curtis Samuel for a first down to the 33. So we go into a hurry-up offense, empty set. 3 to the bottom, 2 up top. One step drop here, gonna go to the outside. That's Williams out of bounds. Or is it Williams? Garrett Wilson. Wilson out of bounds. 2nd and 3, heavy set coming out here. 3 of our tight ends all stacked to the bottom. Gonna send in motion. I believe that is one of the undrafted guys that we picked up. Run right down the middle. Calais Campbell, lost in the backfield, -2. Well, I don't want to completely get away from the run game. I think we need to get away from the run game. We're down 2 scores, under 4 minutes remaining. Hard count, doesn't get him, and throw just past a sack. Open running room, breaks first tackle, almost broke the second. Gets us down to the 11 is Zeke Elliott. Coming out on under shotgun, wow, under center. Handoff down the middle. Zeke gonna run through Calais Campbell, get a little bit of revenge, gets us down to the 7. So we come out, strong formation here, 2 receivers to the bottom, tight end and fullback in the strong look. And there goes Mike Boone, close to the first down, 3rd and inches. We come out shotgun set, 1 up top, 2 to the bottom. Boone still in the backfield, hard count. I'll go with the draw down the middle. Boone, run into the end zone, my guy. You had space. It's at least 1st and goal. I think I might need to help us here because that AI was bad. 1st and goal, 2 minutes remain. Inside the 2-minute warning, might I add as well. Dokes gets the handoff. Calais Campbell, face mask in the backfield, will just scoot us forward a little bit more. Plus, it stops the clock. And with that scooting us a bit closer, let's try to get Woodside into the end zone. Sneak down the middle! Did not help at all. 2nd and goal. Zeke back out there. Clock running. We'll take the toss. Try to get to the outside. Nothing. We'll call a timeout. And if I remember correctly, Woodside has a little bit of speed. Defense reads it well. Elliott down the middle into the end zone we go. Not a tie game yet. Still some work to do. And with some minimal time remaining, I'm going to come out here and help the defense too. We have 2 timeouts, so we're going to need to stop. A 1st down pretty much ends the game. And they sure are close to that. You know, at the same time, though, we know that we don't have a great run stop team here. Our DBs could surely use a bit of help. Our DTs could surely use a bit of help. Von Bell in the backfield, tackle for a loss, exactly what we needed. And that will bring up a 3rd and 5. If we get the stop here, we have an opportunity to try to tie this game late. And there's a completion, 1st down, D-Hop. We were a step away. And with that, the Steelers can come out and kneel this clock out. A close game, 21-14. We just weren't able to overcome the turnovers. That is what cost us big in this game. And we will unfortunately be losing the 1st game here, but we showed quite a bit of promise. Woodside actually played a pretty decent game. Granted, his turnovers killed us at the end. He threw a touchdown. He helped us run in a touchdown with a read option, but that fumble, we just weren't able to overcome that. The 3 turnovers for us, that's the difference. And after that game, have a quick talk in the locker room with Denzel Ward. We know we have to step it up. Everyone is disappointed in the fact you gave us a vote of confidence and we let you down. It's not ideal, but it's better to fall short now than when it's win or go home. We'll get things figured out, and I believe we will. We showed a lot of promise that game, just we came up a little short here and there. But one thing for sure is that we did not let Lamar Jackson run all over us. It's always tough beating a team led by Lamar Jackson, but does that make this loss any easier to swallow? I mean, no. Never. Every loss hurts. We came in with the expectation to shut him down and win the game, but we weren't able to get the job done. No, we did not beat Lamar Jackson, but we did keep him from running, so some perks there. But we will have a -5 play rec for the next game, which is not very good. And speaking of the next game, we will go ahead and sim our way through week 4. I like to have a minimum of at least 4 games in per episode. And since this one is already pretty long, we will go ahead and sim the next 4 games. If anything pops up along the way, I'll make sure that you are tuned in for that. And unfortunately, we do not get a win in the first episode of Played Game. You know, obviously second episode with the first being the draft, but we played some close games. That first game, 1 touchdown game. Second game, 1 touchdown game. Third game, 1 touchdown game. We got destroyed in the Dolphins game. No need to focus too much on that, but we've come close several times. We have had some injury problems as well, and it looks like in this one again, potentially Dallas has came back. Similar to the first week, we were in front at the beginning and just weren't able to put a full game together. For us though, in this game, Logan Woodside, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns, did have another interception, was sacked 4 times. It's honestly not too bad. In the rushing department, Zeke didn't have a great game rushing, only 3.7 yards a carry. No touchdowns. There weren't any fumbles, though, so that part is nice. Receiving-wise, Garrett Wilson, he had a good game. 103 yards, another touchdown, had a touchdown in the first game. Unfortunately, in week 3, he did get injured. Broke his hand, will be out for 4 games. That included the last game against the Dolphins, so should only miss half of the next episode. Chris Olave, better game, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Jeremy Ruckert also got a touchdown. So our young guys, all rookies, putting in work in this game. Curtis Samuel also had 61 yards. Zeke had 37 in the air. And Luke Farrell had a couple catches. Blocking-wise, Taylor Decker gave up 2 sacks. Josh Myers gave up a sack. And Michael Jordan gave up a sack. Because in this game, we were missing our left guard, Norwell, because he had a ACL sprain during practice. He's back now, is fine, but he did miss this game. On defense, we were led in tackles by Jerome Baker. We had quite a few tackles for a loss, spearheaded by Sam Hubbard with 4. As for sacks, we had 1 by Tyquan Lewis. We need to find a way to get some more sacks. That is something that is definitely missing out. We did not have any interceptions. Did we force any fumbles? We did not. So we did not force any turnovers in this game. If we did, maybe we wouldn't have lost. Kicking game, no field goal attempts, no extra point attempts. How does that happen? Oh, because I was looking at the wrong player. That is why Sam Sloman, he got 3 of 3 on the extra points, no field goal attempts. In the third game against the Jets, looks like it was just they had the lead for a majority of the time and we just couldn't find a way to come back. Again, just judging by the box score. You never know. I wish they had a better breakdown for that. But as for the individual stats, Logan Woodside, a little under 200 passing yards and a touchdown, no interceptions, sacked twice. Solid game there. At running back, or rushing at least, Zeke Elliott, better game, 4.2 yards a carry and a touchdown. 18 carries, 76 yards. Boone only had 1 carry for 7 yards, but it was for a touchdown. And Woodside, who knows, because sack numbers count there. In the receiving game, this was the game that Wilson got hurt, so who knows how early or late that happened. But considering Noah Brown had 3 catches for 68 yards, I'm going to assume happened pretty early. Curtis Samuel had 4 catches, 53 yards. Ruckert has another touchdown, 3 catches, 18 yards. Then Garrett Wilson had 2, 16 yards, and eventually got injured. Chris Olave only had the same stats line, but he didn't get injured, so that needs to be better for him. And then a few other catches down the line. On the offensive line, Petit Ferriere, again, not sure. I really need to look that up. He gave up 2 sacks. He will miss the next game against the Dolphins. He had a PCL sprain in practice, but is back now. On defense, we were led in tackles by Denzel Ward with 11. We only had 2 tackles for a loss, 1 by Bradley Roby and 1 by Tyquan Lewis. And no quarterback sacks, not good. We need to get to the quarterback. We need to get some interceptions. Did we happen to force any fumbles? No forced fumbles. So we're not getting sacks and we're not forcing turnovers. Can't have that as a defense. We do get 3 of 3 on the extra points again, but no field goal attempts made by Sloman. So we're seeing the team play well. up to or through week 3. We just needed that extra play. Whether we stopped a touchdown or we got a touchdown would have swung the game in the opposite way. We saw this a lot in season 3 of the California only franchise, where I believe it was 9 or 11 games were within one possession. That's kind of looking similar here. Unfortunately, with the Dolphins, I don't know what the heck happened here. We give up 21 points in the second quarter and 17 in the fourth. We do great in the first and third, on defense at least. Offense did not play well, only getting 1 touchdown on the board. And in this game, wasn't the best from Logan Woodside. 232 in the air, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, was sacked 3 times. You have to have at least a net 0 or positive on the turnover or touchdown to turnover department. So not great there from Woodside. But again, he's 51 overall. So Zeke ran all right. 4 carries, 68 yards, 4.9 yards a carry, no touchdown, and no other carries from any of our backup running backs. So Zeke hogging the ball there. Through the air, there's a game. That is the game we needed from Chris Olave. Of course, he would become the number 2 in this game with Wilson being injured. He'll get 5 catches, 136 yards, and a touchdown. Past him, not a whole lot. Curtis Samuel, 3 for 37. Noah Brown, 2 for 27. Zeke, 5 for 17. Really not that good there. Ruckert, no touchdown this game. 1 catch, 13 yards. And then Chris Moore, 1 for 6. And Luke Farrell, 1 for 3. Blocking-wise, Taylor Decker gives up 2 with Isaiah Prince starting at right tackle. With Petit injured in this game, he gives up 1. On defense, for the second game in a row, Denzel Ward leads us in tackles with 12. This time we have a few more tackles for loss, actually a few, more than few. But Tyquan Lewis has 2, as well as Bradley Roby, Jalen Holmes, Sam Hubbard, and Togai. One day I'll remember how to pronounce some of these names. And sacks, we finally get 2, Tyquan Lewis and Jalen Holmes hit home. And interception-wise, no interceptions. And forced fumbles, no forced fumbles. So still need to get better at forcing some turnovers. Only 1 for 1 on extra points, and once again, no field goal attempts made. We're making some plays here and there, for sure. Just need to find a way to clean it up. Next episode will be Ravens, Saints, Falcons, Browns, and might as well throw in the Panthers. Get through the bye week of week 10. So 5 games next week. We'll see. We'll definitely watch at least some of 2 games. Kind of just go with the flow of the season. If we're not winning, we'll try to get through the season a bit quicker. So that way we could get through the series, hopefully, a bit quicker. And hopefully have another completion success on the board of the state-only challenge. So I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope you enjoyed the first look at the team. Looks like the offense has already improved up to a 77. We started this episode at a 76. So already making progress. I think that deserves a like. But if you are excited for this series and want to see more, make sure hitting that subscription button below and ticking that bell notification to be notified of when this series goes live. It is posted twice a week. At this point, I still haven't decided while I'm recording this if it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday as well as Saturday. So 2 days a week there. Traditional series. If you would rather watch some played game or also watch some played game, also being the key word there, we are having a Cardinals traditional franchise as well going that is posted on Monday and Thursdays. So you can check that out as well. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.